Don and I recently took a trip down to Boone, North Carolina to help with some of the hurricane relief. The Hurricane Helene did such damage. We spent some time there working with Samaritan's Purse, had a great week. We're able to serve a lot of people. The glory of God is amazing as He draws people in to help others. But while we were there, we took a trip to the top of Grandfather Mountain. Now, we stayed in Boone, and we stayed in the KOA, actually. Wonderful folks there. The sites are really beautiful sites. They are a little bit tight, but we were able to manage with our 32-foot RV. Now, the GPS may tell you to come in this way, 421, and then go up this Brookshire Road. Do not go that way with your RV. You're going to come to this intersection at 194, and you are not going to be able to traverse that. It's a very narrow road. So when you go in, take 421 all the way into 194 and then up. But as you leave Boone and you head over to Grandfather Mountain, you'll want to travel on this Route 105, and it will take you right down some beautiful scenery. You're going to come to Grandfather Mountain State Park. That was closed when we were there, but as you can park there, you can take some trails up. Here's another trailhead location. It's at the intersection of 105 and Tynecastle Highway. You can park at those trailheads and then walk all the way up Grandfather Mountain, but it is serious hiking. Or you can continue to drive down 105 and come to the main gate. Here you would pay an admission fee, and you'll be able to get up into Grandfather Mountain. It is a beautiful, beautiful place, so I highly recommend going and visiting it. Don and I said, man, it would have been nice to take picnic lunch and just spend a day up here, just enjoying the scenery, like decompressing. It is absolutely stunning views. This is the first overlook that you come to as you drive up the actual road inside of Grandfather Mountain. You can drive all the way to the top of this road to get to the swinging bridge, so you don't have to do any of the serious hikes. But partway up the road, you're going to come to this first stop here, actually the second stop. It's Sphinx Rock and Split Rock. And this is Split Rock. Wonder how it got its name, Don. Oh, this one is Sphinx Rock. And that is a split. Looks like a thing. It does. Sphinx Rock. Huh. Oh, look at that. What oh man. They just made us walk under that thing. Look at how it's just sitting there so precariously. That's nuts. Hey, that kind of looks like a face right there. You're working hard, Donnie. Is that gonna... Oh, you're breaking a sweat? She's holding that rock up. She's saying...
Over and take it for a while.
Oh my gosh, it's my turn? All right. So the views from this area, the panoramic views, truly are stunning, but as you go up the mountain, they even get better. But while you're at this parking lot for Sphinx Rock and Split Rock, you're going to be able to take a little side trip. You can walk easily over into the animal area. They have different animals here. It's like a mini little zoo, and they have this Wilson Center as well. It's an educational center. You can go in and have the kids go in. And a very family-friendly location. Here we see the river otter, the river otter display. They have lions here, they've got bears here in this area, and a lot of fun just to walk around and see them in what would be considered a natural habitat. Hey Don, do you feel a little bit safer here than you did on the Hatfield McCoy Trails?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah. Her name is Flower.
Flower was one of, I think they have 3 bears up here in this area, 4 bears actually in the area. So you get to see again, just this natural habitat right up in the mountains where they would have roamed originally. The bears, by the way, love it here. Isn't like they're captive and mistreated. Wonderful location. So from here, you can come back out of the parking lot and you make your way up the winding mountain access road again, and you'll come to the top parking lot. And that's where Dawn and I chose to drive up to. We didn't want to try to hike up the mountain. Quite a hike, but I'll show you here in a minute that there is a trail that you can park at that parking lot we just passed, and you can hike up to the swinging bridge. Again, we chose to drive all the way to the top. This is a fun little road. I wouldn't try to get an RV up this one either. It's pretty windy and narrow. When you get to the top and you park, this is the only set of stairs that you would need to climb to get to the swinging bridge. And in fact, if you're physically impaired or need any accommodations inside the visitor center, they have an elevator that will come up to this pathway, and you would be able to have access to that swinging bridge through that elevator. But the view up here was truly amazing. It was great to be able to come up and just walk along these the rocks. The bridge itself, of course, is a little bit deceiving in that they call it the Mile High Bridge, and that it is the highest swinging bridge in the nation. And of course that would be true, and that it is 1 mile in elevation from sea level. That is not a mile above the land below it, of course, that valley below it. But it was windy the day we were there, and they do clock some pretty high winds as you're there. But Dawn was very brave. I was pretty impressed. Normally she doesn't like heights and swinging bridges, but she even said that this bridge wasn't too bad. It didn't swing around very much at all. In fact, it felt very stable as we were walking on it. Hey Donnie, look at you being all brave up here. You okay? You up here is just spectacular. Wow. I am really proud of you. I can't believe you climbed all the way up here. Oh my gosh, the view is just stunning. Wow. And now she's climbing around up here. It's just amazing. There in the clouds. Now, I said this is a family-friendly place, and these rocks are quite safe to crawl around on and to walk on. As you can see, a lot of visitors up here the day that Dawn and I were there, but there are no railings up here, as you can see in some of these images, and you are up there pretty high on the edge of the mountain. So just beware of that as you're up here and enjoying that area. Some of the works holding that bridge, it does stabilize it even in these high winds. So it isn't like it's frightening to be on the bridge, but it is a beautiful location. Here's a trail that actually walked up from that middle parking lot that I had told you about. You can walk up that entire pathway. If we had more time, I would have really enjoyed walking up there. You get to see the bridge from the bottom side as you approach it. And here's an image or the map of that trail that winds its way up from that middle parking lot. Again, it really would be a pretty trail. We would have enjoyed walking that. You can see some of the different parts of the bridge that hold it in place, and pretty fascinating just to walk amongst the rocks. A very peaceful setting as you make your way up. This is the end of that trail as it winds its way out to the parking lot where we were parked at the upper lot. And you can see nothing really difficult about that trail at this point. I got a duck down coming through this section. What a nice, man, that's a crazy place. This is the visitor center at the parking lot. Now where we're standing behind us is another trailhead, and this is a trailhead that will wind all the way back down to the trails that I initially spoke of as I showed you the road coming up here. But these trails are advanced trails. In fact, you'd have to sign a permit in order to go up there. But the view, totally spectacular. I can't help but think of Psalm 8:1. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all of the earth. So at that point, Don and I made our way back down the road, and it is windy and a lot of switchbacks, but it is well worth our day, our travel to go see that. Hope that you do as well if you're ever in that Boone area. We do pray that God would bless your day today, wherever you find yourself. And I'll be posting a link here to our video of our time spent with Samaritan's Purse, helping them in that relief effort. Have a blessed day.